All right, so here we are in the shop on day Wednesday. What was that? Day 6, I believe.
Yes.
I think this is day 6, and so we are neck carving right now. William here has been doing this for a while, actually. So he's doing a very good job. We are very far along with our neck carving at this point. This started out pretty much as just a billet of mahogany with the scarf joint on there. And now it's really starting to look like a guitar neck. So I will show you and talk about a couple of the different tools we're using here. It's a lot of rasps and files. This Shinto rasp here carries us a long way. Especially on the shaft section. Right now he's using a half round file on the heel area. Earlier he was using the same shaped but with much coarser teeth. This is a rasp. And sandpaper. So he's almost at the stage where we're going to be using a lot. I can't find your sandpaper right now. I don't know where it was placed. Oh, thank you. Here we have some 40 grit sandpaper. So this stuff is almost like daggers. It's very sharp. 40 grit is very, very coarse. I like to use Velcro backed sandpaper just because I already have it for use on my drum sander, and it's very soft and very strong. The backing doesn't tear when you use it. And so actually, William, if you could show us a little bit of how we're using that.
Sure.
He's using it lengthwise on the shaft. And so what that sandpaper does is it evens out, levels out all of the high spots that he will naturally get through carving the many facets of the contour. So this will blend all of those contour facets together. Really a critical part of the process. So I'm going to let William work here for a little bit, and we'll check back in as we get much closer to completion. So as we get closer to the contours that we want for the neck, what William is doing right now is he's returning to the edges, essentially. So where the mahogany meets the ebony and where the back of the heel meets the neck joint. That's what he's working on right now. And we are just fine-tuning and finalizing those edges, bringing the mahogany right down to the fretboard and the mahogany at the heel right down to a line that we have drawn on the back of the heel. I don't think you can see it here in the camera, but trust me, there's a line there connecting the fretboard and the heel cap. And so he's using an ibex finger plane to carve right down to that line. And then we're going to return to neck carving, except we're going to be using finer tools. We're going to retire the Shinto rasp and the other heavy rasps that we've been using in favor of files and sandpaper. Now this is really starting to look like a guitar neck. So William is approaching the end here, and by approaching the end, what I mean is that there are 2 depth marks that we started out with, one at the 1st fret and one at the 9th fret, and that sets the thickness taper of our guitar neck, because it's going to taper in thickness from a thin guitar neck towards the nut and then get wider as it approaches that heel. And so all this while, William has paid attention to those marks as he navigates between the 3 distinct areas that we're carving. which I always break the neck down to 3 areas. We have the heel, the neck shaft, and the cheeks. And so William has been jumping from the cheeks to the shaft to the heel and back and forth like that, doing a little bit of work in each area and being mindful of those marks all the while so that he could reach this point where everything is going to blend into a final look and contour all at once. Both of these marks should disappear at the same time.
If you learned something here, please give this video a like and subscribe so you can be notified when I release a new DIY guitar making video. And if you want to really learn more, take one of my structured online courses at ericschaeferguitars.com or register for a hands-on guitar building workshop here with me in Burnville, Pennsylvania.